Hello everybody, it's BearCozy. Today we're playing some Awaken Chaos Era. If it's your first time here, as I always say, I like to make not only entertaining but also educational videos, and I try to provide as much value as I can. So I appreciate all of your support. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so. And if you've subscribed and you're watching all of my videos, thank you so much. I really appreciate all the support. I am working very hard on growing the channel. I am making 14 videos every single week, and it's been a lot of work, and I'm really enjoying it. So what I wanted to talk about today is actually the events, and more specifically, how to max this out. So right now, there's a gear enhancement event going on, and I wanted to talk about how to actually max this out. The most frequent comment I hear is people telling me they don't have enough charms and enough gear to level all of their gear, and that will always be the case. Now, let's go ahead and look at the gear. If we go ahead and look at the gear, I'm going to use Santa's, for example. Most of her gear is level 12. Some of it is 15 because it rolled fantastic. I think this one is one of the pieces. I got 2 rolls on focus. I got 1 roll on resistance. Okay, I take that back. It didn't roll fantastic, but it rolled okay. It rolled good. It is a 6-star piece, and she needs the health, so I went ahead and leveled it. The most frequent comment that I get is actually people saying they don't have enough charms to roll their gear all the way to 15, and then they're struggling to max out the event. So if we go back and look at the event, so as you can see, my event is maxed out. Now this one only goes to 5,000. That is not very difficult. I've had some go to, I think, 10 or 11, 12, something like that. It seems to rotate. The really big ones have the Awaken Soul Arcana, and I usually max those out to make sure I get myself an Awaken Soul Arcana, so I can use that instead of using my dupes. So if we go back, if we pick Antonua or somebody like that, let's look at her gear. You could see that her gear, her boots are level 15. Those are maxed out. This one is the one that was rolled fantastic. That's what I was thinking. 2 rolls on crit damage, 2 rolls on speed, and this one being an attack percentage boot. Percentage, not flat, percentage. And you don't want to keep flat stats. So this one rolled really well. The speed rolls on substats help you actually not to use speed boots on your heroes. So if you can get your speed from substats, then you can use an attack percentage boots like I am for a damage dealer where their damage scales off of attack. And most of her gear is level 12. She does have some stuff that's 15. I've been working on some stuff. This one didn't really roll too great, but I am working on getting that up. So the way you do that, if you go to Gear Manager, by the way, there's a Gear Manager button. I think everybody should know that. Go to your Gear Manager. This will take you to the fitting room. And the way to max out your events, or your gear enhancing event, I should say more specifically, is to roll things in 3s all the way to 12, not 15. Because if you roll it from 12 to 15, that is so many resources. And that makes it very, very difficult because the resource cost is absolutely insane. So what I wanted to look at is I have a necklace that rolled really, really well. Now I think it's this one here. This one's actually not too bad either. 2 on focus, 2 on crit damage, attack percentage necklace. So there's 2 really good ones. So the first one, if you look at this warrior chain, the first thing I noticed is it is a 6-star and it is attack percent. So that is really good for a damage dealer where the damage scales off of attack. And then as you can see, it rolled triple speed, which is really, really good. The flat defense is okay, not really great. Flat health is okay. But to get a quad roll, it's definitely possible. I still have 1 more. I will take this to 15 most likely. Who's calling me? I'm recording a video. People are calling me while I'm recording the video. So if we look at this necklace, this is a 6-star necklace with attack percentage, and it actually rolled triple speed roll. Now I have pictures. I rolled this 3 at a time, so I rolled the 3 first to see if we got good rolls. If I had a bad roll, that would have stopped right there. I actually rolled this piece a few times, and the first time it actually rolled on speed, and if it did not roll on speed, I would have stopped because the other substats are flat. And then I kept on rolling it a little at a time. 3, 6, 9, and then 12. And up until 9, I actually got triple speed rolls right there. And then on 12, it rolled on defense. So I am debating on taking this to 15. I'm not sure. I really don't want to roll another flat stat, but I can also use it at 12. So the key here is to roll most of your gear to 12. If you look at my gear, I don't have a whole lot of necklaces. I do have some that are equipped. I have some that are 15, but only a couple. Most of my gear is rolled to 12. And I probably have the most boots out of anything rolled to 15. And that is the key to maxing out, at least in my experience, that is the key to maxing out the gear enhancement event. I do have some level 15 pieces that I got pretty long time ago, and I'm using them on my main damage dealers. Those being Nathalia and Zatlux, and Antonua's working out really well. I am slowly working on her gear. And the point I'm trying to make here is you can progress a lot further in the gear enhancement event by rolling most of your gear to 12. Going from 12 to 15 takes a lot of resources, and I find it a lot better, at least in my experience, to roll a bunch of gear to 12. And then if it rolls good, like this one is a rainbow, so that one is okay. If it does roll good, if you start getting rolls like this where it's triple crit damage, that is something you want to keep. And if all 4 rolls are decent, if this rolled on crit rate on the 4th roll, I would definitely be taking this to 15. But this is still viable. I can still use it at 12 for as long as I need. And then if in the future I find myself where I have lots of gear that I need to get rid of, like this here, lots of gear that I'm just not either not rolling well on the first roll or the first couple rolls, or the substats are just terrible. If I'm finding myself overloaded with gear that I can just want to get rid of, then I go ahead and use those pieces. I bump those pieces up to 15. But initially, when you don't have a whole lot of resources, and let's face it, this game is a struggle. Leveling gear in this game, enhancing gear, is a struggle because you never have enough resources to do it. You never have enough gear charms. So by rolling gear to 12, that is what I found to be the absolute best thing to max out the events. Now, of course, this event is actually coming to a close very, very shortly. But as I've said before, that is how I maxed mine out. And I am going to claim these event points right here. I am saving these event points because I am working on more copies of Aurak. And if you did not know, you can actually get all of your copies of Aurak and all of his ascensions right from the bartender. And that's a video that I made. I'm not going to go over it now. I made a full video on how to get your Aurak to A5 Ascended. You can do it A6, but he doesn't need it. But Ascended all the way without pulling him from any shards. And this is how I've been doing it. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I provided some insight. If you did not know, the better and the most efficient way that I've found, and there may be others, but for me, that is what works. I level my gear starting at 3, then I go to 6, and if it continues to roll well, I go from there and I leave things at 12 because I would rather have more options for gear that I can use than have only 5 or 6 pieces at level 15, and not a lot of heroes can use them. I would rather have 20 pieces at level 12. So that is going to be it. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'll see you in the next one.